What's up, you guys? So just got to the gym. Think I'm gonna hit some arms and some cardio today. Yeah. But I have recently been wanting to make a video about should I start up my own personal training business. The reason I want to make this video is because I want to help all of you trainers out there who are struggling with this decision. Should you start up your own business? Questions you may have, and I want to share a little bit about my story too. So first I want to go over just my story, my personal story. I began fitness in the personal training industry about 4 years ago, and it has changed my life completely for the better. I started out with a degree in nutrition. From there I became a nutritional chef. I worked for King Soopers for a little bit as a consultant, and I also was a nursing assistant for a little while there. I don't recommend that job for anyone, but I've always had a passion for health and fitness, and that's when my boyfriend decided to give me some advice, just stating, hey, you should become a personal trainer. You'd be so good at it. Super nervous, like that sucker is scary when you haven't done it before, but I did it. I got my first job at Bally's. Bally's turned into 24-Hour Fitness. 24-Hour Fitness turned into my own business, where that has now progressed into owning my own gym. So if you do the right steps and you do it properly, you can definitely do well with training. So your biggest question is, should I start my own personal training business? There's a few things to think about. One is, do you have experience? Do you feel confident in starting something even if you don't have experience? Do you have a huge social media following and you know that you could do something? Definitely that's something to think about, because if you don't have the right amount of following or you don't have clients set up, it could be very stressful for you. So you do have the clientele, you're ready to take that leap. What do I need to start my own business? The first things to think about is, I got to register my business name through the state. Okay. Do you want to have an LLC? Do you want to have an S Corp? Those are big questions to have. I personally have an S Corp, and there's so many reasons for that. LLC, you're going to be paying more taxes on it. And that's what a lot of people go with because they don't quite understand how an S Corp works. But that's why you need to get yourself an accountant to help you. And when you're looking for your accountant, make sure you're very picky about that, because this person's going to be handling your money. They're going to be giving you advice. They're going to be paying your taxes and doing your write-offs, which essentially gives you money back at the end of the year. So do your research. Is this person reliable? Are they good? Do I like them? So definitely do your research on that. The next thing to think about is, do I have a Facebook page? Do I have Instagram and a website? I've heard people say, oh, you don't really need a website. You don't, but when people are researching their trainer, they're going to stalk you pretty much so that they feel confident in their choice that they're making. If you get someone who's serious, they're going to maybe even look at a few trainers before choosing you. So do you have the right content? Are you going to provide this person with the results that they want? Next, insurance. Do you have insurance for your company? This is usually a liability insurance that you have to have for your personal training business, and if you also train inside a studio, you have to list the studio with it too. Which then brings me to, where are you going to train these people? You have to consider the rent you're going to have to pay to train these people. The cheaper you can do it, the better, but you also have to understand, if you're traveling to people's homes as your business, you're going to lose that travel time. So do you have a way to make up for that money? If you're super busy and you have to travel an hour to meet your next client, that's an hour you could have trained someone else. So keep that in mind too, because that's a big mistake trainers make. Instead of just sticking to one location and building there, you're going all over, and you're losing money and time that way doing that. So I had to take off that jacket. It was getting super hot in this car. But let's now discuss, how are you going to set your prices and how are you going to do those payments too. A lot of trainers, they either take cash, check. I mean, I definitely kind of still do that, but it's tricky, because if you have someone who's on a monthly payment and they don't bring that cash and you don't have their card on file and you're training them another 5 times and they still haven't paid you and then they disappear, you lose those 5 sessions. That's not fun. So I highly recommend always getting in those cards. Get those credit cards on file and do some kind of monthly automatic payments. That way, even if they no show, no call, you're still getting paid for it, because that's your hour that you could have been training someone else, instead of just losing it because you don't have their card on file and you don't have a set agreement. Which then also goes into contracts. How much are they going to be paying every month? Are you doing it monthly payments? Are you doing by package payments? Really think about that. How do you want your automatic system played? So guys, that's like the basic 101, how to start your own personal training business. There's a lot more that goes into it. This is just like baby steps of what it takes. It takes a lot of work, a lot of dedication. If you're the type of person like me that becomes obsessed with something, you will do just fine. But make sure you guys look at the links below. If you have any questions or you want some more guidance, please reach out to me. I'm willing to help anyone who is struggling with taking the leap to go on their own. If you have questions, let me know. Until next time.